Welcome back to Cards and Comics. Today I want to talk about a very common scam you see on eBay, on social media, Craigslist, anywhere that people can be selling cards, even flea markets, and that is to take actual real commons from the 50s and 60s and mix them in with fakes of very well-known and high-value other cards, like rookie cards. And this is how these kind of scams look. And this is a great example of how this works. Now, this auction that I'm going to show you sold twice. The first time it brought $18,200, 30 bids. This is the second time because obviously that person probably either didn't pay or it was a fake sale to try to get people to think that this was a real auction, real cards. Then it says no longer available, right? That someone made an offer. I don't believe that, but let's look at what they did. So the first thing they did was they showed photo 1. So in photo 1, they did something really smart. They just showed the cards here, and then behind page 1, you see peeking out here, there's a Mickey Mantle rookie card and a Jackie Robinson. So they're trying to trick you into thinking that they don't know what they have. Now let's go to the description, because the description is even more red flaggy. So the description says, this binder was brought to us by a family of a collector who unfortunately passed away. So this is a very common trope with scammers, is that it's inherited, that it was bought in a estate auction. So inherited estate auctions, those things are generally scams. Big red flags. Now, sometimes it could be true, but a lot of times that's the intro story to make this a scammer. Now, the other thing too is it says it'll be sold as is with all contents in their current condition. Fully aware, and it says the buyer will be fully aware that all cards have not been tampered, inspected, authenticated, or graded by PSA. So they're saying that basically they don't know if these things are real or not. That's what they're saying. That PSA hasn't inspected these, so you're buying as is. So again, and they'll not separate any single cards from the binder for any reason. Look at all photos. Now, if this was a real seller, right, where you had iconic cards like a 51 Mantle, 48 with Jackie, you would normally, separate the cards. You'd have so many people emailing you, messaging you, saying, look, you have some really amazing cards. You need to get those graded. If you grade them, I'll buy them. I mean, they're leaving, so much money on the table, right? Why would they do that? Well, they want it to seem like they don't know what they're doing. Again, and the way they did this first, photo is like, oh, they don't know they've got something special, and I'm going to swoop in and get a deal. Again, I have no doubt that some of these commons are real, but then you go to photo 2, and it must be 3 pages in, so you got photo 2, then you get to photo 3, then you get the actual kind of money shot page here. Then you got the 48 with Jackie and the 51 Mantle. Now, the 48 Jackie has some better, let's say, fake, doctoring on him. But the 51 Mantle is what I call classic card doctoring to make a print look real. For one thing, you've got this toning that's most likely done by T, but you've got these kind of way too bright colors, and then this toning that looks very fake. Another thing you can see is on the edge, that top edge, how that card's curling over. That's a very common thing you see when someone's trying to fake wear on a card, because the card probably is too thick to begin with, probably not the right thickness of a 51 Bowman. But anyway, it's very common to see people try to age cards like this to make them look real, make them look old. And then the funniest one is this one. So the 52 Mantle just hanging out on this page here, and you got a 53 Jackie, right? But the 52 Mantle isn't even the right size. It's not even close to the right size for a 52 Mantle, right? So again, they didn't try very hard to make you think that this card was real. They're just hoping that you'll pay $18,000 for this binder and think you got a bunch of rare cards. And again, you're going to end up with a bunch of reprints and maybe some commons. And that's the best you're going to hope for. So I just want to get people aware that these kind of scams are very common. They're the classic bait and switch type auction where you think you're getting one thing, you're getting something completely different, and they make no representation that anything is real. So they're trying to cover themselves from any ability to get a credit card, say a chargeback by stating, "Look, I never said the cards are real. I said that they're as is, and you're taking your chances." So again, and with eBay's policy around timing, where if you thought, well, I'm going to buy these cards and get them graded, then if they're not real, I can get my money back, you may be SOL on that as well. So just be careful when you're looking at these cards and be, on the lookout for just things that don't make sense. This is a big red flag. But again, in the original auction, there was 30 bids. So some bids, 3, 2, 1. In the original auction, there was 30 bids. So some people probably thought this was real. So there isn't, I think, 30 show bids on this auction. I think someone actually did bid on this for real. So again, guys, you just got to be careful. Watch yourselves out there. And I'll see you next time on Cards and Comics. Bye.